What's up, everybody? This is Dennis from Summer DNA. I wanted to go over the backpack and some clothes that we'll be taking with us on our trip. Right here we have the REI Ruck Pack 65 liter backpack with a 15 liter pack that connects into it. Without further ado, let's go into the insides of the bag. Everything that we're taking with us, we've been cinching down. The day pack will fit inside this pocket right here, and it clips in. It's actually really good for keeping everything safe and secure and all in one area. We get inside the bag, and we've got a light jacket. Now we're chasing summer around the world. We don't expect to be running into all kinds of terrible weather or anything that we would need a ton of super warm clothes. So we're leaving from the Pacific Northwest. I kept a set of clothes out that we can use that's appropriate for the weather that we're in, and then it's actually pretty appropriate for the weather that we're going into for just the first few hours, a couple of days. We have our jacket, light jacket with us. I've got all the tech in my bag. So I've got the GoPro, our drone, and then a Patagonia Atom 8 liter with all of my camera, extra lenses, batteries, chargers, and all the wires that go along with that. Then we got shoes, packing cubes. We have all of our other items. We've got speakers and utensils, all kinds of other things that I'll go over in later video. And then for me, medication. You'll have to check out the blog post on keeping healthy. As soon as I'm done with it, it'll get posted. Another one with just undergarments, socks, and then we have all of our clothes for the entire trip in this little tiny compression bag, which actually is quite big once we get into it. And then last but not least, our pack safe. It's got wire lined in with the canvas, and it's got like a fleece liner on the inside. Really good for keeping things secure. Has a cable that you can latch to a tree and then lock it up, and it keeps just some of your small valuables with you and locked up and safe while you are on the beach or any other time. Alright, so that's the main pack. I also have in here some GoPro accessories, different harnesses and different sticks and everything for us to keep with the GoPro, and a couple of hats in the meshing right here. I say keep a hat, at least one with you, no matter where you go, just because you don't want to look like this all the time. All right, next bag you got. We have a Nalgene, and with our Nalgenes, we're keeping a live straw. Don't know what kind of water all the time that you're going to be drinking, so the best way to do that is the compact. It fits in a Nalgene. It's the easiest way to do that. Then we get into this some more, and I got my headphones. I have a battery charger or a power pack. Keep our dive computer, planning computer, our passport, and our immunization records. All of our important documentation will be in this day pack. It's just the easiest way to keep it on you all the time. Then in here, I've also got my iPad or laptop and a journal, just so that we can have a way to write things down. And it's got pockets so you can put any kind of wires or any charging cables or anything like that. Now, go over to this last piece, which is what we're taking with us. I have pants by Cool that we got from REI. They're just a performance pant. They're really comfortable, warm. It's good for traveling. I wear them all the time. I think that all pants should be replaced with these by Cool. Next thing that we've got is a Columbia, just super thin performance shirt. Perfect for the weather that we're leaving, and it's not real thick. So once we do get into our first destination, this Patagonia vest here and this Columbia shirt can be really just, it can be really compacted down and put into the bag. Okay, so again, super thin performance shirt, and then Under Armour heat gear. So we've gone through the contents of the 2 bags themselves, and this is what I'm going to be taking. It's all condensed down into these packing cubes, which we've gotten from REI. The compression ones are the ones that we recommend, but I have a little bit of each type. So the first type is the large compression cube, and inside of here you can actually see that I have quite a bit of stuff. So I have a couple of towels, 2 pairs of trunks, I have just a button-up shirt that's super light, mainly for like mosquito repellent and stuff like that, as opposed to, or maybe even dressing up it, but not too much in the way of, you know, warmth or anything like that. I'm bringing 1, 2, 3 different t-shirts with me. All of my t-shirts that I'm taking with me are moisture wicking material, so it's a 50% cotton and polyester blend. It just keeps the sweat away from you, and you're not, you know, letting stuff just kind of hang off of your body. And then just a regular cotton tank top. And then 2 pairs of just shorts that I can wear that don't necessarily, can be dressed up, can be dressed down, whatever it is. So that's the entire contents of the large packing cube. We'll just get rid of this, move on to the next one. Small packing cube. Inside of the small packing cube, I bought ex officio underwear. I'm actually taking 4 pair with me. So I've worn anything from just the cotton Fruit of the Looms all the way up to Under Armour and ex officio, and I have to recommend the ex officios. They are easy to travel with, they are really compact, they breathe really well, and probably the feature that I enjoy the most about this is I can wash them in the sink and they're dry 10-15 minutes later, and it's just no muss, no fuss with it. It's really great. I am going to be doing some running while I'm gone, so I brought 4 pairs of running socks with me, and that takes care of cube number 2. Alright, so this cube, really not going to get into it too much. I do want to talk about how the fact that these elongated packing cubes are really great for, you know, some shoes, which I have here, but these carry all of my medications, which I'll talk about in another post another time. Then we have just the Amazon Basics packing cubes. It's super handy with the mesh front, because if you're carrying around anything that's wet and you don't want to just keep that stuff in there, then keep the moisture in there, then you have the mesh to go through. It gets a lot of air in and out. Then you've got a pair of Chacos, which I'll be using for hiking sandals on the beach. I mean, I wore these almost all summer, and once you get into a pair of Chacos, you just really don't want to wear any other sandal or hiking shoe. The next thing is, of course, I recommend just bringing a pair of flip-flops, shower shoes. If you're staying, you know, in a hostel or you have a community shower, you want to have something like this for your feet, just to be clean. And then we'll go on to our next packing cube, which has all of our like recommended knickknacks. So for me, I'll be carrying a lot of the tech with us. So I've got an external hard drive. I've got our travel speaker. I have a couple of bags that we'll be using for groceries or just anything that we would need. They fold up into this tiny little bag, but it's just like any other reusable bag that you have at Trader Joe's or anything like that. Super easy to carry around and is super compact. I have a charger for one of my cameras. I'm bringing a flashlight, This is a bunch of accessories for my GoPro. We have some mosquito wristbands and some regular DEET repellent. Then we have the like all-in-one Traveler's inverter. It's got all the different plugs for everywhere that we would be going. I keep a couple pairs of these seasick bands on me. One pair for me, one pair for Alicia. We're going to be spending some time on the boat, and it's really just good to have anytime you're feeling seasick. And then I keep a dry bag with me. This one is by Pacific Northwest. I've used this backpack pretty much all summer. When this bag, the day bag, wasn't appropriate, or I needed to carry more than my Patagonia was allowed, then having this in my bag to go with me was perfect. And so that's that. And then every traveler should have just a little first aid kit, Band-Aids, triple antibiotic ointment, some Neosporin, Pepto-Bismol, just traveling, you know, and odds and ends that you may need on the fly, and we're keeping that with us. And then this nifty little guy right here, I have a bamboo set of utensils. Alicia and I are both carrying these. It's got a spoon, a knife, a fork, a set of chopsticks, and a straw. And it comes with a little pipe cleaner to clean it all out, clean out the straw. And it's just really good just to keep, you know, your own set of utensils. No matter where you go, there could be places that it's just not available, and from what we understand, you know, it's just been something that's been really good to travel with. So that takes care of that cube. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. Off you go. All right, pack safe. I talked about the pack safe earlier. I wanted to get into a little more detail about the cabling. So the cabling's really good. Once you get this thing secured down, you can wrap it around a tree or something like that, and then it actually locks to itself. And this bag, once it's secured, it is cut resistant, and the cable, it's more than just a snatch and grab kind of a bag at that point. Can't carry a ton of items in it, but I mean, a towel and, you know, your personal belongings, cell phones and stuff that you don't want nabbed while you're, you know, out on the beach, this is a perfect bag for that. Takes up almost no room, which was perfect for actually fitting it into the bag because it's lays flat. All right, next bag I want to go over. This is a Patagonia Atom 8-liter bag. It's carrying all of my camera equipment, and when we're on the go, we will be, I'll be able to fit my GoPro outside the case, the drone, and my camera and extra lens inside of this bag, and then I carry the tripod on the outside. The cool thing about this bag is it's a single sling over the shoulder bag, so it just flings over, it's easy, comfortable, and then I'm actually able to keep the remotes for my GoPro and the camera actually in this pocket right here. And so if I'm trying to take a picture of something, I don't have to track down remotes. I know that they're in this little pocket right here. Inside the bag, I'm able to keep all the batteries, and then I have all of the stuff for cleaning, lenses, filters, and all that stuff. Extra flash, all inside of this Patagonia Atom 8-liter. Next thing, I'll go over my toiletries bag. Now my toiletries bag is not super packed right now because I am using them. We're already kind of on the move, so I'm in the middle of using that stuff, but I keep with me some body wash, shampoo, and you know, some beard shampoo. I keep all that stuff in a nice clear bag so that if I do have to take it out, they're real small, you know, they're 4 ounces, you can take them on the airplane with you. And the reason that we keep them in that clear bag is we don't know if they're somewhere else that we're required. I know that current regulations are changing. So, I mean, keep some Q-tips, some hair stuff, and some nail clippers and tweezers with you, and another packing cube. I mean, you have just so much room to take care of all of this stuff, and I've been able to condense most of it down. Most travelers may not do this, but with me I also keep a beard trimmer, little electric razor that I keep with me because, you know, you gotta keep this up. Anyway, alright, so that is pretty much everything that goes into the Ruck Pack 65. Now for the little 15-liter bag, I have these other items that are going to be going in there. So this is the case for the drone, and it actually fits inside the main bag, as well as the GoPro cases. They actually fit in the main bag. And then all of these accessories, I will keep just a selfie stick for the GoPro. It actually floats, so if you lose it in the water or something, you'll know that it floats up. Window for windshield, and then all the harnesses and rigs that for your hand, helmet, and everything for the GoPro. Highly recommend these guys. Alright, so I will keep a hat with me inside my little bag. It's just easy to access, and when you're sleeping on the plane or something, it's just always good to have a hat. It's super easy to keep on you. Alright, so we will move on to the rest of this stuff here. So we have a little power pack. This is by Rave Power, and it's got 3 USB slots. We've used this all summer, and we would charge our phones probably 2 or 3 times before you actually had to charge the battery pack itself, which was super handy when we were out camping and didn't have access to just outlets, every single day. I'm keeping a journal, so I'm going to keep that with me. That'll be in the small bag. Got my diver's log, and then I prefer an iPad to do my editing and all that stuff on. If there's anything that I'm not able to edit with an iPad, then Alicia is actually going to be carrying a 15-inch laptop with her, so we both kind of have the best of both worlds. And then we have extra locks, which we will be attaching to the outside of the bags, as well as the small bag. We just don't want people to be able to just unzip them and get into them. And then the next thing are these little tiles. These things we're actually going to throw into each one of our bags and activate them. Tile is super handy. The new ones, they keep a GPS location of your stuff. I highly recommend these, especially if you're going to be staying in a hostel or something. You have to put your bag down and it's not as secure as you'd like it to be. You can at least pull this tile up and get your location of at least the bag or whatever. I highly recommend putting it into a spot that slides down, maybe in the hydration area, somewhere that slides down that's not obvious. But tile, definitely get those. And then the last thing that I'm going to keep inside of my day bag is just a pair of headphones. I like these, the Bose 3s. They're quiet, comfortable. I've used them to work out. I've used them just sitting on the plane, or just sitting, I want some quiet and just want to listen to some music. These things are great. You definitely want to spend a little bit more on quality of an item, because you don't want something to break right when you get outside the country, or else you just have to replace it over and over again. Nalgene, reusable bottle. So I decided to take my reusable Nalgene with me. I've had it for a few years, as you can see with all the stickers that I've kind of collected. So my recommendation is just to take something reusable. It's really easy. You can attach it with a carabiner to the outside of your bag, carry it, or, I mean, in my case, it'll just slide down into the front of the bag when it's all packed, said and done. And then the last thing I want to go over is a life straw. You don't always have access to clean and fresh water. Life straw is the part of the leaders in clean water. So it has an Nalgene cap, and it's reusable, so I can fill my water bottle and then drink out of the straw itself, right out of the top of it, and not have any issues. I've always got access to clean water. And then keeping some extra locking carabiners around, just so that you can access any of your stuff or hang any of your stuff at any point in time. So that pretty much covers everything that we're going into our bags.
Hey everybody, I hope you like our video. Again, you can follow us on summerdna.com. We have Instagram, YouTube channel, we have Facebook, and we have a Pinterest account. So if you guys want to follow us, you found this tips and tricks useful, then, or even if you use any of those, make sure you do the hashtag SummerDNA and tag us in your post, and we'll be happy to take a look and see what you have, and maybe we'll add it into our next post. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.